Okay. So tell me how are you feeling? What are your concerns? Do you think this will work? Do you feel excited or nervous or what's going on? Tell me, just share with me.
I'll go. Sure. It's exciting. It's hard to wrap my head around the quote unquote new normal, right? The sitting at home doing Zoom rehearsals, the constantly having to wear a mask, the ever changing world that we're living in, and I think the culmination of all of this is going to be so exciting. Like the 3 nights, just the over and over and over again. The process is challenging because this is something we are not used to. We're used to being, we have energy in person and being in a theater and in that rehearsal space outside of the comfort of our own rooms is just so different. And I think for a lot of us, I can't speak for others, but for me at least, it's been a challenge in that regard of to allocate the amount of time needed as a regular show to really mentally switch gears of that, this is something that would be different, but like this is still vastly important. So yeah, it's a challenge, but I'm very excited for the finished product, for what it's going to be. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Just seeing each other relatively, at different places, and I'm very excited. But it's just wrapping my head around what this new normal is and for how long it's going to last.
Mhm, mhm. Are rehearsals working for you just once a week for a short period of time? Is that something feasible? You feel comfortable? Do you feel that we have made progress? Like, how do you feel about the characters and the play?
Definitely. I feel that there's definite progress. I mean, as you always learn the script, you'll always learn and grow, and if you put the time into it, it will. And it's been fun, honestly. Every week coming in, having these silly, numbers things, and like how does it help, and like having different things, like whatever our arm movement thing was the other week, like that was ridiculous, but it's fun. And yeah, I think that once a week works. I mean, with a short script, having so many actors, such shorter scripts, right? So I think an hour a week is just fine. It works out nicely.
Mhm. Ladies?
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of riff off of that. I mean, I joined 2 weeks ago, so it's been kind of a whirlwind, but I mean, it's worked. The hours just it I've seen growth just from being here in that short amount of time. And I think it's going to be definitely something new and something different that I've never done.
None of us have actually, so
Yeah.
let's see.
I,
Millie?
I would have to agree. I think that we have seen a lot of major development, from that first um, Zoom read through and whatnot. And we have, I think, developed a little bit of a rapport, even via Zoom. Um, but I think that when we're able to kind of actually get in person, it's going to actually, in a way, make our characters that much more dynamic, just because we're still also getting a greater feel for the other people on set, if that makes sense. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how being separate or apart from the other actors, usually, like Thea said, we're used to being in close proximity, close quarters, for several weeks, if not months in advance of a show, and we end up getting to know each other all really well, getting on each other's nerves, making best friends, da 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 da. We make all of that happen. We haven't really had the chance to develop our rapport to that extent. Been able to talk, joke, whatnot a little bit, but it's going to be interesting to see how that all factors into our performances on stage. Um, but I think it's going to be a good experience. One of my biggest fears going into this was, are people going to be willing to try this? Not just from an actor's perspective, but from an audience perspective. Is this something so new, so different that people are going to respond? But I think that it's at the very least worth trying, because as I've talked to people throughout the process, let people know, hey, I'm going to be doing this. It's going to be kind of crazy, kind of fun, kind of different. There's actually been a lot of positive feedback on that, and so I'm excited to see how it's going to develop.
Perfect. Stephanie, is there something you want to say? You don't have to, but it will be lovely. No, is that a no? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's a no. I was like,
The
yeah, that's a.
pressure that you just put me under. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you don't know me by now? Oh, okay.
Is
All
there kind
right.
of a flipping the
So,
bird emoji that's going to become into play in the chat screen over here?
no, no. All right. So, from the tech side of things, um, I was going to college to become a lighting person, and Kelly Jo approached me to be a stage manager for this show called Ravening, and it was another Zoom show. And this was my first time ever being a stage manager for not only like ever, but also for a Zoom show. And so I'm really excited to get back to live theater, even though it's a socially distanced drive through.
Mhm.
I'm excited again, and it's nice to have theater back in my life. Okay, I'm gonna go cry. Nice
Oh,
seeing
oh,
y'all.
oh my goodness. Okay then. Sorry to make you cry. Wow, that wasn't the
No,
intention, but okay.
I just get emotional talking about stuff I love.
Natural consequences, I guess. I don't know. um, Thank you, everyone. It's really an exciting project. Let's see how it goes. And yes, I'm wondering the same, Melissa. If I was wondering if the actors were going to be interested. But one of the concerns with the last project that in June was that the concerns of that board of directors, they mentioned that the actors may not be willing to repeat the scene 16 times in a day. And I was like, yes, but on another hand, it gives an actor an opportunity to really explore the character and to play with it. So it's not, it gives you like all these like colors to play with, which is really interesting as an actor. It's different. It's not, but let's see how it goes. Let's see what people say. Hopefully, the same audience will follow us throughout the projects and see if they like it. And we're doing theater. Stephanie is right. I mean, it's one of the things that after the pandemic we were, that's one of the things that didn't happen at all. With everything was shut down, we couldn't do it. I mean, and it's not the same through the screen. So streaming is good, but it's not the same in many ways. Well, thank you guys.